Okay, so here is the test for the wall generators on the Bambu Studio. I created these little test files, the long point, and then the lots of letters with little tight corners in it. I've already exported these into Bambu Studio and set it up so the video doesn't stretch out too long. So on the first one, you can see I have wall generator classic on the first two tests. Second test, I've changed this. So in order to change this not on the entire plate, you're going to have to right click on this and do edit process settings. Whenever you click this, every piece on the plate is going to be its own settings. So with this one we're going to have Arachne, and then on this one we're going to have Arachne. And then the third test, which I've recently learned from Gabriel Gomez, he also does the LED light boxes. We're going to up the flow ratio on this one as a third test. So to show you what the difference is between the classic walls and the Arachne walls, this is sliced. So classic walls, you're going to have one perimeter, and it's not quite going to get in the corners as tight. And you can see that this does not go all the way to the end. On the Arachne walls, you can see it is trying to force filament into the little corners. It has two perimeters, and it is going to have force double walls all the way around both sides. This one is going to have one perimeter, like we said just a second ago. And then another comparison, you can see the tips of the points right here. And this is the classic generator versus Arachne generator. You can see how it's forcing filament into that tight spot, which is what you're going to want in those, especially in the LED light boxes, because you're not going to want to see cracks of light coming through that face. Or if you print the face down logos, it's going to be the same thing. So this, we will turn them face down, because that's how most everybody is doing it nowadays. Face down, and then we will print this, slice it, print, Bambu 3, white and black, send it. I'm going to be printing this with the same filament on both printers. After this starts, we'll come back. Now we're going to do the flow ratio test. We'll come here. I have all of these set to the same filament profile, so if I change one, it's going to change them all. So we'll click on the little edit button, flow ratio. We're going to up this to 1.08. Click, and then X. So all of these with the asterisks are changed. So now all of these have everything on this bed will be 1.08 flow rate. Now we will do this face down, slice. Now we will print this one on another printer. Same filament, so it should essentially be the same test. Same filament, same printers, both X1C. Send it. And then now we will continue this as soon as the prints are complete, and I will show you the difference between the three tests. Okay, so I have ran all three tests, and as you can see on the screen, the classic walls, just like in the slicer, it missed that sharp point right here, as expected. The letters don't look bad, but the filament that I use, I generally don't have problems with. However, some people do. So mine usually looks pretty good. Let's see. So Arachne Walls, you can tell a big difference on the end of the point. It forced that. It kind of smudged it on the end, but it forced the entire thing. You can see no gaps here. Letters look good. And then the Arachne Walls plus 1.08 flow ratio. The letters, they're a little bit fatter They're still about the same detail as the 0.98 flow ratio, but it is definitely gonna, the more you put, the more it's gonna smudge, the more it's gonna shove in there. You can see that it did try shoving a little more right here. That's not really prevalent on this one. You're definitely going to want to turn on Arachne Walls, but you can test your luck with the flow ratio to fill in these gaps if you're having any, such as these. The flow ratio is going to do this. You can see I have two. I did turn on Arachne here, so if I would have had the flow rate turned up, it would fill in these gaps. So that should do it. And thanks for watching.